Good afternoon, friends, followers, subscribers, and my army of Trevorites. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. Yes, I appreciate it. And if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. Okay, so where are we? Well, I know, listen, over the last few days, I kept bringing up in my daily rants Baroness Michelle Mone, the woman behind the lingerie company Ultimo. Yes, and how she did the PPE scam towards the taxpayers and the government. And I've had a lot of people saying, well, I like Michelle Mone, I like Baroness Mone, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you look at other things during the pandemic? So I have. I have looked at other things during the pandemic. Now, I do believe there is a law. There is a law in our country. Every country in the world has a law which states people, companies, organizations, yes, manufacturers are not allowed to profit during a national pandemic or something of those scales. Well, that fell apart, didn't it? Because every single deal that was made by our government was made by our politicians. Our politicians who are like little puppets to everyone that's in the House of Lords. The House of Lords is an unelected body of people that seem to have the last laugh and make decisions on behalf of the taxpayers. At the minute, I'm hearing that I read this morning that over 40 peers, Scottish peers, claimed nearly £1 million during the pandemic and £147,000 worth of, check it out, during a lockdown, travel expenses. Yes, that's true. And I looked even further into it, and it seems that every single deal that was struck by politicians was on the back of a peer, a baroness, a lord. Someone in the House of Lords wrote off all this money. Billions and billions of taxpayers' money unaccounted for. And maybe that's why today everything's going through the roof. The prices of everything is going through the roof because a lot of people scammed us. And when I say a lot of people, politicians and peers. I will point this out. Did you know that during the pandemic, Tesco's, Sainsbury's and Asda made profits of over £3.2 billion, double any profits they had made in existence of their shop. Yes, 3.2 billion profit during a pandemic. I had to write things down here because I didn't understand it. I went, oh, that's really clear. The politicians and the Bank of England knew about these profits and didn't even intervene. They let it slide. Maybe they had other ideas. And did you know this? During the pandemic, all goods that came by shipping, listen to this, I had to write this down for you to learn. Shipping firms increased by 20,650%. Yes, that's how much they started to bill our governments. If you want the stuff coming in, we must bring it in because there's a pandemic on and we don't want to catch a disease. Oh, well, if you bring the stuff in, we'll quadruple the money that we pay you just to bring it in. All this bullshit wearing masks. Oh yeah, at sea. Okay. Oil companies. Check this here out. Oil companies made over 366% profit from any other year. Oil refineries, 366 profit. Food went up 255%. Energy companies, the 4 big energy companies in the UK, made 84% profit on top of what you were already getting. The top 8 food manufacturers together made a combined of nearly £23 billion. Oil companies like Shell and BP made £174 billion in profit. Wow, that's after they paid all their wages and covered all their costs. That's the profit they were making. Our government scammed us during the pandemic. They made a fortune. Many politicians decided to retire during the pandemic, didn't they? Yeah, as multi-millionaires. Yes, they did. And if it isn't that bad, I'll go as far as to say that the now Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, used to be the CEO and the founder of a hedge fund that invested over £500 million in the vaccine Moderna a year and a half before the pandemic. So his hedge fund invested £500 million into Moderna, whatever you call it, vaccine. Then he becomes the Prime Minister and then he makes us all use that vaccine. Is that just a coincidence? I don't know. But There's no investigations into it yet. I am hearing that Baroness Michelle Mone has now been removed from the House of Lords as a peer. But the politicians aren't, are they? Anyway, listen, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my video. Please do your own research, and if you think I maybe got something wrong, and see for yourself. Have a great day, and Merry Christmas.